For Insight, I do want to bring in Lieutenant Colonel Hal Kempfer, retired Marine intelligence officer. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Natasha.
What are you hearing from your sources in terms of the situation on the ground, and why is it so important to get U.S. citizens out now?
Well, both of the major factions, the National Army and, of course, the Rapid Support Force, which usually actually came from a militia force, they're the main combatants. They both said that they support this evacuation effort. With that said, when they imposed a ceasefire, which started Friday, it just didn't take. And there was still firing going around Khartoum. There was firing certainly around the airport. And if you look at the geography of Sudan, really it's going to be an air-dependent evacuation, certainly from the Khartoum area. So right now in Djibouti, in East Africa, there's a lot of effort going on with the U.S., but also with various allies that we have on trying to come up with a plan to get in there and get our personnel out. And I think that plan may be much further along than a lot of people realize.
I do appreciate that. And we spoke with Joel Rubin, former Deputy Assistant Secretary of State under the Obama administration last hour. He said, importantly, China and Russia both have interest in this country. Explain the significance of Sudan to the United States and to these other two countries as well.
Well, part of its location, it's where it is. You know, you have Egypt to the north, South Sudan with tremendous oil capability to the south, which not that long ago broke away from Sudan proper and just finished a very long, very bloody civil war just a few years ago. And then you have Chad on the other side, and then you have Eritrea to one side, and then Ethiopia to the direct south. And of course, Ethiopia is where China has a phenomenal effort. They built this major railway system. It's kind of their gateway to the Sahel. And that region as a whole is tremendously interested to China, and they want to maintain those trade relations. On the other side, you got Russia. The Wagner group, that famous mercenary group so active in Ukraine, is extremely active in that area, and they have some very unusual deals with gold fields, along with some reputed smuggling routes that they've been using throughout the region. So you have a lot of regional players and global players that have an interest in this war.
What does this big evacuation look like? How does one evacuate 16,000 people from a country?
It's going to be a lot of work, and it's going to use a lot of aviation. One thing the U.S. has is we have a lot of helicopters, but we also have what's called tilt rotor, these Ospreys, and that's specifically to the Marine Corps has most of them. They're unusual. They can fly like an airplane at level flight, and then they can come in and land like a helicopter, take off like a helicopter. The Marine Corps specifically got these types of aircraft because of their unusual expeditionary nature for doing things like what's called a NEOOP, or non-combatant evacuation operation. Right now in Djibouti, and I've been to Djibouti, I've seen the layout of the different forces there. You have the French, you have the Japanese, you have the U.S., has a large base there. China has a large base there. It's a very international port, a very international airfield. That's where most of the effort's going on. I imagine there's a lot of aircraft flowing into there, and I imagine they're coming up with some rather creative ways to get the most people out as quickly as possible, as safely as possible.
Okay, we do appreciate it, and we know it's in for a long haul. Lieutenant Colonel Hal Kempfer, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Natasha.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.